Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will go on the attack first. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. A quick pass to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Hill. Gets it out fast.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
The give to the tailback. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Leaves it with the back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to fire on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He got it. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show for this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You talk about creating big plays in the running game like this. This makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got his man on the right. What a play there, and he rips up a Bills getting set on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes...
Touchdown, no! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
This tight end is such a weapon when you get down in this area of the field. Beautiful job on that touchdown catch.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll run the screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field. 3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
The ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Picked off! What a play by this defense! He'll try to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. And the Seminoles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Wide receiver going in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Keeps looking downfield. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
The offense changing the play. They'll move the wide receiver. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the air, it's Green. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Corrals it at the 45.
No, yes, perfect. Great decision. Sometimes when that ball gets inside the 10, you might want to let it bounce, go into the end zone. The returner says, I got different plans. I'm going to make something happen, and he sure as heck does when he gets it.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First play of the period, first down here. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking to throw, it's Hill. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And the defense just gets their fourth sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. put 6 on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. It's Green. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And the Blue Devils will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He wants to go deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Got his man quickly. And into the end zone. Touchdown, no! Ball that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Behind his man down the middle. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pressure coming. And the defense got him at the 27.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
The give to the back. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Blue Devils will try. them back with the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. Makes a move. Touchdown, Florida State. The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Downs. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. The screen, he can go. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Just needs a crack to get a return. He gets it up to the 34. Line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The lone back's got it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Unloads quickly. Turning it on. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. It's complete on the right side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Here comes the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, This guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee.
And the Blue Devils will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Noles just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Firing to the right, complete. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Fires to the right. Got a man. It's Durham. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Zings it complete to the right. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Seminoles line it up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And they'll take over 1st and 10. Let's go.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Fakes to grab. There he goes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. That's caught. It's Durham. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Seminoles! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Reads it, fires complete.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
It's complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Kitchings. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
On target to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Here's a hit. They get to him as he throws. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Noles!
play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here we go. To the air on first down. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Gets rid of it. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Florida State. He got a step and just dusted the field. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play. Picked off! What a play to set him up!
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Quarterback may change this route. So now it's second and long. They'll try to get outside. Oh, better look out. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Touchdown, Seminole. And they take it in for 6 more points. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. And be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And the Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Finds his tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Gives it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but They're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, no! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Quick release by the QB. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays.
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Motion from the wide receiver. The give as they work on that clock. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. A 3rd down try for the offense. That's caught. It's Durham. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
On the play. Offense facing 4th down.